Hey guys, Kathy Renee here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you joining me for the very first time today, my name is Kathy Renee and welcome to the show. So today is Wednesday, December the 16th. I'm going to try to let you guys know what day I'm filming this just cuz. And I'm a little bit of an update from my last video. I went ahead and told you guys that I got tested for COVID. And just so you guys know, I tested negative. Thank God. I'm going to go ahead and put like a screenshot around here just to show you the updated results. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, we're going to get straight to the point. We're going to be reviewing the Anastasia Beverly Hills X Carli Bybel palette. We're going to be playing around with her today. Not only that, we're going to be doing a review, but I'm also going to be giving you a tutorial on how I achieved this look. I'm going to go ahead and look down so you guys can see. All right, I never really know what to say in these introduction videos. I just like to keep it quick and simple. Enough of me rambling on. Enjoy the show. We're going to be using the Carli Bybel palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The colors that I'm going to be using is Chai and Bybel right over here, these two colors. And the brush that I'm going to be using is from Sigma, the Tapered Blending E40 brush. I dipped the brush into the palette. It doesn't matter which one you're using first, you're still going to get the same result. I'm not going to be dusting it off. And then I'm going to go on this angle so you guys can see. And also I'm trying something different here with the angle. Alright, so I'm going to be doing is just dragging it across. Windshield wiper motion, and then I'm just going to be doing little circles, and then we're going to be building her up. I dipped the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off, and then I'm doing the same thing, windshield wiper motions, and we're doing little circles because we want to blend, and at the same time what I want to do is create that gradient as well, but this is optional as well. You guys can blend however you want. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing and what my preferences are. At the end of the day, this is your look, and however you decide to do it is basically up to you. Just make sure you own it, you rock it, and just make sure you make it work.
Make it work.
I did the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off. We're just gonna go over here one more time. We're still gonna be using like the same techniques. Just drag it across your eye. Oh, and by the way, I went like above my lid where my crease area is, just so you guys know. And what I am doing right now is blending by little circles. I don't know why, I don't know why I said it like that, but I just wanted to inform you guys. If you guys are following along, just make sure that we're on the same page. So the next color that we're going in with is Boy right over here. I don't know how to pronounce it. And the brush that I'm using is from Morphe, the M433 brush. Okay, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I did not dust it off. What I'm going to do is pack it on the outer corner of my lid right over here. We're just packing her on here because we want to build up the color first. And then I'm just doing little circles up and down where my lid is. Nothing special. And then I'm going to go where like underneath the crease is, kind of still where the lid is. I'm just going to be blending it like so. And really lightly, of course. It doesn't have to be perfect right now because once we're done applying all the colors, we're going to be going in and blending everything out anyways. So what we're doing right now is creating the base. After we're done creating the base here, we're going to be cutting the crease. Or, you know what you can do as well is also cut the crease, and then you don't have to, you can cut the crease and you can still build up that color. But I choose to do it like this because for me it's just easier. But at the end of the day, to each their own. Do whatever makes you happy and do whatever is easiest for you. Alright, so I'm done blending. I know it's not perfect. I know it's a little rough, but it's a process. what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is cut the crease. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back, so stay tuned. Next color we're going in with is OA right over here. The brush that I'm going to be using is the Morphe M522 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I am not dusting it off. What I'm going to do is, where I have the cut crease on the outer neck, it's not the outer corner, but on the side of the outer corner, I don't know how to explain it, and I do apologize. We're just gonna be pressing on the brush onto the lid, on the outer lid, let's just say that. Just press it, doesn't matter where you start. Just keep packing her in there, keep pressing her in there. And this is where I'm gonna tell you to be careful, because we already did the crease, okay? Okay. And this is gonna be a little challenging because this is chunky, like it has kind of like a chunky glitter, which is really pretty. But just take your time with it. I dipped the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off. I'm still packing her on here. Okay, and what I'm doing, because I have hooded lids, I'm raising my brow a little, and I'm just gonna be carefully doing where the crease is, packing it on there, and then I'm gonna be going down. And since we're doing this like a second time, you're gonna see the little flecks of glitter. It is phenomenally beautiful. Like, I feel, just by looking at the glitter, I feel like I'm in a galaxy, because it has like blue, maybe pink, maybe purple and green reflex, and it's just freaking gorgeous. Like, this is beautiful, you guys. And of course, if you want to keep packing her in there, kind of like brush slow, like lightly down, you can go ahead and do that, because that's what I'm doing. And if you want to blend like just a little bit, like, and go down, back and forth, but down, but really lightly, go ahead and do that as well. Because either way, we're going to be creating a gradient, and we're going to be packing on another color here shortly. Next color that we're going in with is Aura right over here, or Aura. And the brush that I'm using is the Morphe M522 brush. Okay, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I did not dust it off. The color is a chunky glitter, so you have to take your time. I'm packing it right now on next to the inner corner of the eye. I'm just packing it on here. Now, think of it as we're creating the base for it, and just be super careful with it. Remember, this is the cut crease. Be super careful. If you want to blend down, go ahead, because that's what I'm doing. We're just packing it on here, also creating the base at the same time, because eventually, since it is a chunky glitter, we're gonna have to go back in again. And this is just like the first layer that we're doing. It's like the outer color is the same consistency of the OA color. I dipped the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off. We're gonna continue to do the same thing. Just pack her in there, and then you're gonna see with the base that we just did, we're gonna have a better consistency. Of course, what you're gonna do is be super careful about that with that crease area, okay? Just be super careful. Just keep packing her on there, okay? And what I'm gonna do right now is you can kind of see where like the OA color is, what the outer color is. And what's pretty is that it's like, I feel like it's like satiny, and at the same time it has like specks of glitter, which makes it chunky in the palette. But of course, you have to work for it to kind of blend it around. What I am going to do right now is kind of create that gradient where the blue is. I'm going to start from the top, go back and forth, and make my way down. And just take your time with this. We want to blend this out. And either way, we are going to be going back in with the OA color, which is the blue color. So just take your time. I pretty much got it to where I want it. So we're going to leave the outer color alone for now. Okay, this is pretty much where I want it. What I'm going to do right now off camera is continue blending everything out. I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner off camera. I'm gonna show you how that went. I'll be right back and stay tuned. One thing that I want to go over with you guys before we get into the eyeliner is with the cut crease. I know that everything is gonna look out of place, everything's gonna look like a real big mess, but that is part of the process. You have to trust the process, you have to believe in it. But moving on, for eyeliner, I went ahead and used the Pink Ink eyeliner from Azeredo Cosmetics. It looks a little something like this. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Lily lashes in the style Boston right over here. I'm going to go ahead and put those on. I'm going to do the rest of my face. And then we're going to finish up with the eyes. So hang in there and stay tuned. Next two colors that we're going in with is Chai and Cindy right over here. And the brush that I'm going to be using is a Morphe M321 brush. I dipped the brush into the palette. I did not dust it off. Since we're using two colors, it doesn't matter which color you start or end with, you're still gonna get the same result. I'm just gonna be doing on my lower lash line over here. And what I'm doing right now, I'm packing it in first, and then carefully we're just gonna blend it. And just so you guys know, the reason why we do this, well, the reason why I do this is because think of it as like a picture and like the frame of it. Your eye is the picture and the top and the bottom lids are the frames to decorate it. I hope that that's an understandable analogy. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the eyes. I'm gonna finish the rest of the face and I'm gonna figure out something to do with my hair. So I'll be back and stay tuned. Okay, so I am back. Thank you for waiting on me. I really appreciate you guys. The only thing I know how to do to my hair is pretty much curl it with a wand. It hasn't really let me down. Okay, so for the moment that you all have been waiting for, Anastasia Beverly Hills X Carli Bybel palette. Okay, here she looks like opened. I'm gonna have it to the side because I don't want you guys looking at what I have in front of me here. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about her. I love the color layout, the color story, whatever you guys want to call it. All of the colors blend very well. And they coordinate with each other as well, which I really like. And just so you guys know, prior to filming, I practiced this makeup look and also I tested out throughout the other colors as well. And I feel like if I'm going to be doing a review on a palette, I'm going to test out all the colors. I'm going to wear them all day if I can. That's the whole point of the review. We're reviewing the product. That's the main point of it. You got to test out the colors and everything else. I tested out the majority of the colors. They're very pigmented. And they're really soft. They're very buttery. They're manageable as well. They don't just stay on your skin and just don't do anything. And for the sparkly colors, which is Boli, Mu, Mandala, Libra, and Jode, they're pigmented. So usually with the first swipe, you're good. If you want to pack it on there with the second swipe, you're gonna build that intensity. However, with OA Aura and Angels, or My Angels, they're that chunky glitter, so you have to pack it on there. You have to take your time. They're still beautiful though, but you have to be patient with these kind of texture, with the kind of consistency. Overall, this is a great palette. I can't wait to continue using it, and I can't wait to create more looks with it for you guys. So I give this palette a thumbs up. Freaking awesome palette. Okay, so that was the end of the review. And I'm going to look down now so that way you guys can see what I went ahead and did here. This is pretty much what I came up with. It's kind of simple, but it's really pretty and glam at the same time. And of course, you can always incorporate this your way as well. But this is just like an example of how to use the palette. I am going to keep playing with it though. I really like the color story. Alright, so this concludes the review. This concludes the tutorial. I know some of you guys are definitely gonna recreate this. So please let me know in the comments if you recreate it and tag me in it. All right, so this is the end of the show. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end. Shout out to all of my subscribers. You guys are freaking awesome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends and your family. And if you guys haven't done so yet, always hit the notification button as well, so that way you guys are updated with all of my videos and news. Alright, so that's it for today. It was awesome. I'll see you guys in the next show. Bye.